Hello, welcome to Class 12 Business Studies, Chapter 11 Marketing Explanation Part 2. And in this, we will be discussing on the features of marketing. So they are needs and want, creating a market offering, customer value, and exchange mechanism. Now, let us go in detail. Before we start with the features of marketing, let me explain you what is marketing again. Okay, so marketing is a social process by which individuals and groups obtain what they need and want through creating offerings. So creating means designing of the products. So all this comes under the marketing. And like creating and offering, they both it's same related to designing of the products and freely exchanging of products and services of values with others. The marketers work very hard to discover the needs and wants of the customers, and at the same time they try to develop the products or services with which would satisfy them. Obviously, the producers or the manufacturers, they produce goods in return or in terms of to see the satisfying the needs of the customers and make them a regular customers. So all the firms, they try to produce the products which will be demanded by satisfying the customers needs and want. So if you satisfy the product, then you tend to purchase more of those products again and again. So that is the main motive of the manufacturer or the producers. So they need to make a product in such a way that those products are purchased by the customers, which satisfies them in return. So now let us go with the features of marketing. Now first is the need and want. Means need and want means the main motive, the main focus of marketing is the needs and wants of the customers. So that is how the business works. So they need to produce such kind of products which the producer use the customers use for their satisfactions and to see what they want in return. So what kind of product actually they are looking for. So all the activities in the market are carried out with the main motive, like I told you earlier, for satisfying the needs and wants of the customers and at the same time organizations as well. Second is creating a market offering. Like I told you earlier, creating a market offering means the designing of the products. So how the product should be designed. So market offering means offering a product or services by specifying or its features, by giving them the shape, the sizes, colors, etc. Like for example, offer is TV, then specifying the various sizes. You have seen TVs of various sizes, so in which it is available. So they make different sizes because it is purchased by everyone and affordable to everyone. If a person cannot afford to buy a big televisions, they can always switch to a smaller TVs which are affordable by them. So that is why the shape and sizes also matters a lot in the business. So various technologies are used, so various shapes are used, the prices of the products are different according to their sizes and are of different types. And a good marketer or a good market offers should keep in mind the satisfaction of the customers. Like for example, you can give the example of a shampoo. If you purchase a bigger size of shampoo, it is quite expensive. And if you want to go for something reasonable, if you want to save your budget, if you want to go according to your budget, then you can always go for a smaller size of the shampoo of the same brand, or you can go for a sachet as well. So that is how the market or a businessman or woman should keep in mind how to satisfy the customers. So the third one is the customer value. So customers, obviously they are ready to give a price for a product only when he or she gets satisfaction. So if a person is satisfied with the product, then he or she is ready to give the price of that product, and only when products are offering utilities matching to the prices. So customers values the products on the basis of satisfaction. If the product satisfies the customers, obviously they are ready to give a price to that value and services offered by the product. So actually, like every individual, every customers, what they want is they want a very good product but at a reasonable price. So that should also be kept in mind by the marketers. So marketers must add to the value of the product so that the customers prefer your product over the competitors. So you should not make the price very high also, because some people may not give certain such amount to a particular product. So the price of the product should be reasonable, affordable by everybody, and should have that satisfaction to give a price or the for a product. So it should be worth giving the price. And the fourth one is exchange mechanism. So exchange mechanism means changes of goods for a price. So let me tell you that, look at it very carefully. The process of marketing, they actually involves in exchanging of products and services for money or money's worth. So obviously they exchange the products for a money. So in exchange, the customers, what they do is they pay the money, and in return they take the product or services. So that is how they exchange. So if you pay for a product, then you'll be receiving the products which satisfy their needs and wants. So exchange can take place directly between the manufacturer and the customers, or through the middleman. Like if you likewise, we can take the example of a Sikkim Supreme. I think you all must have seen in the Singtam. So if you want to go buy a pickle, Sikkim made pickle or a juice, so you can go directly to the manufacturer, you can go directly to the Singtam and purchase. Or else what you can do is you can also purchase the product through middlemen as well. Likewise in the market, so you go to the market and then you purchase those products. So that can also be done. And exchange is the essence of marketing. The preconditions of exchange mechanisms or pillars of marketing are presence of at least two parties, means there should be at least two parties, the buyers and the seller or the customers, the person who buys the product and the person who sells the product, and or the customers and the marketers, etc. And second is both parties, they must have something viewed valuable for each other. If there's no value to the product, obviously people will not be purchasing. So something, there has to be something valuable by each other. And another one is both parties are free to accept or reject the offer. Yes, we have that rights. Every customer has the right to accept or reject the product. Accept the product if they like, and they can also reject the product if they don't like it. And the another fourth point is every party feels desirable to deal with the others. So they should always feel desirable, they should always be able to deal with others. So if you want to do a proper business, you should be able to do a deal, and you should be good in talking, dealing, and so on. And the fifth is each parties are capable of communications and delivery. That means communications plays a very important role. Communication sometimes may create misunderstanding if you don't listen to the proper message or a proper conversation. So that is why communication plays a very important role. Next is what can be marketed. So it's written very clearly. Generally, it is a product or a services which is marketed. And in simple words, we can say that actually a product is something where a seller sales where a manufacturer sells the product and buyers purchase the product. So it can also be defined as anything that can anything that can be offered to a market to satisfy a want or a need. Means like anything that can be offered means whatever the product you manufacture, so whatever the products are introduced in the market, that should satisfy the needs and wants of the customers. So product means it's not always refers to the physical product only from marketing point of view. Okay, so it may include anything that can be offered. It's not only about the product, but we can also offer anything to the customers to satisfy them. So from manufacturer's point of view, a product is the complex combinations of various parts. Like from marketer's point of view, a product is a bundle of utilities because it is a carrier of functionals and psychological or social satisfactions. Like for example, a product like shoes may provide three utilities. So they are: it protects the feet and gives comfort in walking, that is functional benefit. And the psychological benefit is the customers may feel confident and smart by wearing that purchased shoes. So I hope you all understood what are the utilities of a product. They are functional benefits, uh, mm, and the other one is psychological benefit, and the other one is social benefit. And social benefit leads to he may be able to get acceptance and appearance from a group by wearing a particular brand of shoes. So when you wear something that has the company which has a renowned name, so you feel like you are being accepted by everybody, and everybody knows the which brand you are wearing it. So that is social benefit. Okay, so our marketers must appreciate that the buyers not only buy the product or services for its own sake, but rather what the product or services offers him or does to him. So that is the main motive of the marketers or the firm. And there are some examples a product can be or following can be marketed. A physical products like soap, car, TV, etc. And services like banking, insurance, transportation, etc. And experiences, it shows, theaters, movie, etc. D is places, tourist places like Kerala, Malaysia, Singapore, etc. Ideas like say no to drugs, no smoking, etc. And another one is information services like export and import procedures, etc. So those are the things which can be, or followings can be marketed. Next is, who is a marketer? So marketers are the ones who takes more of the active part in the process of exchange of goods and services. So normally who are more active? It is the seller who is more active in the exchanging of the process, as he or she analyzes the needs of the potential, because he should know the potential of the buyers, so he should know how to satisfy the customers. So, and at the same time he should develop a market offering, and also he should be able to persuade the customers to buy the product. So persuade means like to, like bribe, not exactly bribe, like to make the to make the customers more greedy, to make him or she to get the attracted towards the product. So that is the main, like the that is the main, like what do you call it, the way of calling the customers to purchase the product. So however, there may be certain situations where the buyers may be like taking more active role in the exchange process as well. So let us say in the situations of a rare supply, the buyers may be taking an extra effort in persuading the seller to sell the products to him or her. So this may be happening in defense deal, or take a situations where a country is having installed a nuclear plant, needs the supply of nuclear fuel or heavy water. So it may need to convince the supplier. Obviously he should be able to convince the supplier of the product to supply the same to it by promising that it will be used for a peaceful purposes only, and not for a illegal. So in this case the buyers will be treated, so he will be treated as a marketers. So thus anybody who takes more active role in the exchange process will be taken as the marketer. So that person should be very smart enough and should not get easily disheartened, should not break down easily. A businessman should be broad minded and should be strong, and should be able to face every challenges, every risk, because more you take risk, more you face challenges, and that is how you'll earn money or profit in return. So being a businessman or a woman is not a simple task, it's not a child's play. So business, the word business is too small, but to do a business is very difficult. You need to think in a broader way, think in many ways, because it is very difficult to satisfy the needs of the customers, because of in this generation the taste and preferences of customers keeps changing, keeps changing, and it fluctuates the taste and preferences of the customers because of this new technologies, more of competitors. So that is why it is difficult to do the business. The person who does a business should have a patience, should be able to tackle every situation, and that person should act as a leader and compete with other competitors in making their business more powerful and more successful. Now the next is marketing management. So let's see, what does marketing management refers to. Marketing management means management of all the activities which are related to marketing. Okay, so in other words we can also say it refers to planning, that we have already discussed earlier. So planning, organizing, directing and controlling the activities which result in exchange of goods and services. So if you really want to do business, then you should be able to follow all this, the above mentioned, like what do you call it, the management. So that is necessary to run the business. So there should always be a proper planning, organizing should be better, directing should be there, and controlling. So planning means to plan how you want to run the business. So planning is necessary, means thinking in advance, and organizing means to organize the products or services in a proper manner, and directing means to direct the employees how the work should be done, the guidance or the observer should be there. So you should be able to, as a proper guidance should be there, and controlling means so that there is no wastage of the products or services. So all this management should be there if you really want to do the business. So the main focus of marketing is on exchanging of the goods and services. So Philip Coulter defined marketing management as the art and science of choosing target market and keeping and growing customers through creating, delivering, and communicating superior customers values of management. So this was the definition given by the Philip Coulter. If we break up these definitions, we can say that marketing management involves the following categories. So they are choosing a target market, growing customers in target market, and creating superior values. Now let us go in detail. Choosing a target market means the activities of marketing management begins by finalizing the target. Obviously we need to keep a target when if you really want to do a business. Target market, for example, like target market for the medicines manufactured in the hospitals, doctors, chemist shops, etc. So the another one is growing customers in target market means, like after choosing a proper target market, the next step in marketing process is to take the steps to add more number of customers by analyzing the needs and wants to and demand of customers, and giving due importance to the satisfaction of the customers, means to increase the number of customers, or to increase the or like increase the more additional number of the customers to analyze the needs, and increasing the demand also. Third is creating superior values, means the next step in marketing management process is to create some special values in the product. That is the third stage, to make your products better than the competitors product. Obviously if you when you come into the market, obviously you have to deal with the competitors, because you want to make your product better than the other competitors. So that is how competitions begin. So that is why you want to make your product much better than the other competitors product. Special value can be added by offering like various schemes, like for example giving free insurances with car, and then giving you all like Bajaj Financial, where you can like purchase products in installations and pay the remaining money slowly in a monthly basis. So all these are like giving a value which can be added by like offering various schemes. So most of the time marketing managers aims at increasing demand, but sometimes like they have to cut down the demand because of the shortage in the supply, by reducing the expenses on promotion. Sometimes they do face losses when such steps are taken, so they need to look at the situations very carefully and reduce the demand at a very common, like the situation of reducing the demand was very common before the 1990s. So that was before the liberalizations and the privatizations. So that we have already discussed earlier. So now the main motive of the manager, the marketing managers, is to manage the demand. So that is why what they are talking about is there should always be a proper management in every situations. Okay, so that it is managed and the work are done in an effective manner.